Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, the Everyday Non-Expert here, and today I wanted to talk to you about my top 9, I tried to make it 10, but even 9 was pushing it, comic book picks coming out next Wednesday, new comic book day, February 1st, 2023. I did want to remind you real quick that I do have my 1K subscriber giveaway coming up so that you can win a couple slabs. I'll put the card here to check that out. And if you wanted to support the channel, I do have my PayPal and my Venmo in the description of the video. And without further ado, let's get started. And starting things off at number 9 is Quick Stop's number 4. And I just think this is pretty funny. It is based off of Jay and Silent Bob, Clerks. Not Jay and Silent Bob, Clerks. And you have Dante and Randall here in the cover. So, it says Dante wants to take his new girlfriend Veronica on a second date, and so, okay, so one thing I did think was cool is identical cousins Gil Hicks from Mallrats, Jim Hicks from Chasing Amy, and Grant Hicks from Dogma. Apparently, all identical cousins, so I think that's really fun and interesting, at least for people from my generation. So, if you're into that kind of stuff, and it is from Dark Horse, so you know it's probably going to be a pretty good story. So, number 9, Quick Stops. Number 4. And number 8, we have Archie Valentine Spectacular 2023 number 1. And this is actually a first appearance of Cassie Cloud, but it is also an homage to the female Venom. So that's why it's kind of a double whammy right there. And number 7, we have Miles Morales number 1. This is the second print. So if you're interested in second printings, and Miles Morales is definitely as good a spec as anything else at this point. It's only a matter of time before he makes his way into the MCU. This is another number 1, and it is a second print. So, you know, I know lately second prints haven't been going for as much as they used to, especially now with all the apps and all these videos and everything. People are now know what's going to be coming up in all the FOCs and stuff like that. So this is probably actually in my FOC video for this week. But if you're interested in that, this might be a book you might want to pick up. After that, we have Bloodline, Daughter of Blade, number 1. And it's mostly because Bloodline is a newer character. Her first appearance was in that Axe Judgment Day book, and it's the first issue of an ongoing series featuring her. So that's something you might be interested in. And the cover that I picked from here is actually in my thumbnail, and I thought it was really cool. Is this actually? Let me see. Is this? I'm just checking something. It's In-Hyuk Lee. So it doesn't really look like In-Hyuk Lee. It looks more like a Frizen, but I guess it's a little more clear than to be a Frizen. But anyway, at number 6, I did have Bloodline, Daughter of Blade, number 1. Here at number 5, we do have Lazarus Planet, Legends Reborn, number 1. So basically, there's the Lazarus Planet thing. I think the volcano explodes or whatever, and it sends a bunch of stuff in the air, and it's gonna transform a bunch of characters, so you could get a bunch of first appearances in this one. If you're interested in DC Spec, that's something you might want to pick up. So if you are interested in this DC book, along with I think Archie's might be on Wednesday. Anyway, this book you're gonna want to pick up on Tuesday. So again, usually you can ask your LCS to put it aside for you on Tuesday so you can pick it up on Wednesday with the rest of your books. But there you go. Alright, number 4, Moon Knight, number 20. And it's basically that there is a possible first appearance of a new assassin. If that happens, this assassin could show up in the first appearance, or I'm sorry, in the Disney Plus series. And also eventually make their way to the big screen in the MCU. So, there you go. And then number 3, Silver Surfer, Ghostlight, number 1. And Ghostlight is a new type of surfer. And let me see, do they have who it was? Harper something, I want to say. I forget who it was. But there was a, a previous character from like the 60s that is now this new Ghostlight Silver Surfer. So there you go. Number 3. So well, the reason I put this so high is because this character could end up being one of the characters they bring into the MCU as they bring in Galactus and Silver Surfer. So who knows how much Norn Rad it's going to have. You never know if they're going to just have Norn Rad introduced and then have this new character kind of take over. So Avengers 65, the reason I have this one in here is because we are supposedly finally gonna get the origin of the Prime Avenger, or Avenger Prime, revealed. You can see right here on the cover. So I don't know if it's going to say who it is or if we know who it is already. I haven't been reading it, so some of you might know better than me. But it is one of the bigger books out there, one of the more popular books I see out in the community. So for me, I would put it at number 2. And number 1 is a Star Wars book, naturally. Like I always say, if there are 2 things that are always going to be number 1, it's going to be Star Wars, it's going to be Miles Morales, and I know there was one other book that I had last week, Strange Academy, I think is what it was. Alright, so Sana Starros is actually, I think, from a series in 2015, and I think she's ex-lover of Han Solo, but this is her first solo series, and you can see she fits the mold perfectly for what Disney wants to do to introduce new characters. And I think this one, her pose in this reminds me of Mando's pose, so I just think that's kind of cool. But alright, so there you go. That's my number 1. Star Wars, naturally, Sana Starros, number 1. Alright, everybody, that's going to go ahead and do it for me in this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, if you could please click that thumbs up button to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought about my picks. And don't forget, I do have my PayPal and Venmo links in the description if you want to support the channel. And I also have my eBay and my whatnot in there if you wanted to grab some books from me. And also, don't forget about my 1K subscriber giveaway. There'll be a thumbnail here that you can click, but then I'll also have my top FOC picks that are going to actually be due today. DC's were due yesterday, but today you can still get all your Marvel and other books in if you want to get those, watch this video and get those FOCs out. And thank you for checking out this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.